Oh, see, now you just hit one of my hot buttons, Stephen, and I didn't know this conversation was going to go this way, but I love it because you were just talking about the cost efficiencies and whatnot, and that ties into the concepts of mission economics that we've been developing, right? Taking the FinOps framework and incorporating sort of the unit costs metrics of the different componentry of the system, and I hadn't even considered that this would be an aid in that whole structure.
Yeah, I mean, that's the holy grail, right? If I can start tying all these disparate systems for a business, for a process, for, an enterprise, all along a common data fabric where the tools can interact directly with those sources of truth. Now I have a truly robust way of maintaining, a common set of understanding across all of those disparate elements because they're all relying upon the same underlying data, right? I don't have to replicate it. It's all the same.
Okay. All right. What kind of customers should be looking at this digital twinning capability? All right, who
All
aren't
of
doing
them.
it today? Fair. Okay. Well, and how do you get started? Right. You mentioned that there's an investment upfront, right, in order to create some of those models. How do you get started, and how quickly can we start to realize some of the cost benefit and return?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So, what we've typically focused on, which has resonated a lot with clients, is focusing on a very specific use case for a prototype or proof of concept. And so we stand up the environment and I replicate an IT network or replicate, a modeling and simulation scenario with, AvSim or STK, and make sure that the users can gain access to it, get their hands dirty in the environment, and understand how they can use it for a particular kind of behavior, say analysis of a satellite's operations. Now, once that's created, now I can expose that same environment to other users for other analysis tasks. And that allows them to start opening the aperture to understand, well, I can't just use it for this one use case. I can think of three or four right now that are just a small step away from what I've already done. And so you've established the foundation, you've established the investment of how that can be used to provide value for that one thing. And now I can start making inroads across other areas as well because the environment's already in place and users can access it.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. So you can get started without boiling the ocean. Pick a tiny use case to start, prove the value of that thing, and then build from there, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, that makes a ton of sense.